So within ATG, we have a very simple formula for world-class ankle mobility. Let's start by looking at the fact that it's proven the better our knee can go over our toe, the better ankle mobility we have less plantar fasciitis, less heel pain, less Achilles tendinopathy, less chance of knee pain and knee ligament tear. And if we look at this in practice, we see that this doesn't mean that we'll be unathletic. In fact, it's the opposite. The better our ankle can bend, the more room we have in order to make gains in the muscles that make us jump. Look at Kaddour Ziani doing this shit like crazy. Look at Stefan Holm, who also has world-class ankle mobility. Kaddour, 50-inch vertical. Well, he's still dunking. He's 47 years old, 5'11". Stefan Holm, 5'11", Olympic gold medalist high jumper. I'll take that shit. I'd love for those gains. And even if you don't want those gains, Stefan is also in his 40s, still crazy bouncy. So let's look at a simple test of what is world-class ankle mobility. This was my surgical knee, but this is actually the easy side because I didn't have major ankle injuries. So the test is being able to keep that heel down with these hamstrings covering the calf with the back knee not touching floor, chest vertical. Now the other side, which is the side that I usually demo in my videos, because this one had major ankle sprains, and until I did 10,000 ATG split squats, I thought this would never open up. So you can see the heels down, the hamstrings fully covering the calves. But what am I doing on both these? I'm flexing my tibialis. That's the other side of the equation. That, along with the ATG split squat, 10,000 each, that is our formula. And in the ATG system, both of these qualities regress more than any system has done for the tibialis and for the full knee bend one side at a time. And they scale, so you can start at any level, but you can go up to extreme levels. You can start both of these, no equipment, and yet you can gradually add basic equipment, nothing expensive, nothing in the whole ATG system. Whole ATG system combined costs less than a single treadmill. So you can actually get world-class tibialis, world-class split squat, and you see a lot of crazy things I do, but this knee, I was told by doctors it would never fully bend again. Now it has world-class bend, but I did my 10,000 ATG split squats. So the benefits of doing those tibialis raises and split squats, something like this, is so easy now. It's actually crazy how I only feel muscles working, don't feel anything in the knee. What are we doing? We're lengthening. With both the ATG split squat and the tibialis raise, we are lengthening. So with the split squat, we're lengthening those hip flexors, and we're actually lengthening, we're loading here and lengthening, and that lower, deeper calf muscle, that has the strongest pull of any muscle in the human body. So there's a ton of strength potential, not to mention with the tibialis. I thought I'd always have shin splints. Completely gone from soleus plus tibialis. In fact, if you want a subject for another video, your Peterson step up plus tibialis raise, that is shin splints. Shin splints don't have to exist. So, simply put, we know scientifically that ankle mobility does wonders for the body. We know from elite champion gold medalist athletes that ankle mobility does not take away from athleticism, and in fact gives you more room to train the necessary muscles and could be a game changer for longevity. But not a single study has been done on the ATG split squat, even though 164 studies have been done showing that progression of full knee bend 2 sides at a time actually reduces chance of knee pain and knee injury, prevents cartilage degeneration, prevents tendon degeneration, in fact may even hypertrophy, like your muscles, may even hypertrophy your ligaments and tendons, but no study done on that one side at a time. What about for me? So ankles aside, without this, I don't know if my knee would have gained the full range. And I had worse problems on this side because even once squats felt good on the surgery side, this side had torn ligaments that I didn't have surgery on. This side was actually saved by the ATG split squat because it allowed me to get in and train it one side at a time at its own pain-free level. So obviously, if 164 research papers prove that this is an ability we want to have, well, naturally, this is actually more foundational, more applicable to everyone, and then it becomes optional. I've used this to jack up squats, but squatting is not the foundation of the system. Perfect range of motion between sides, bend and strength between sides. That's the foundation. And then the tibialis is obvious. It's like telling a bodybuilder, man, my arms are plateaued. And you've never once in your life trained your freaking bicep and you've only done tricep. It's literally that obvious to train the tibialis. So the ATG system is built on science as the foundation, but it follows logic. I'm not against exercise scientists. This video could be used by exercise scientists to make all kinds of breakthroughs in testing. Test the ATG split squat, test the tibialis raise. Until then, ATG programs them from lower levels that grandparents around the world are doing. My mom is doing both her tibialis raises and her split squats to higher levels than have ever been coached, done with more precise form. So it's kind of common sense. And then you see a ton of us transform our ankle mobility. So anybody, I think, beyond, look, there are cases of certain accidents or things like that. But my nickname was Old Man. This side on the right, this one had major ankle injuries that even years later had horrible ankle mobility. And now it can do the world-class test. So my point is just that any average person, okay, I didn't go into my 20s with a 19-inch vertical because I wanted to. I did traditional strength training. I was never taught ATG split squat, never taught tibialis raise. Now I've done over 10,000 of each. I get to jump off shit every day, and I can dunk off, not just dunk off all 4 planks, dunking in games, jumping higher than I ever imagined, over a 40-inch vertical right now. So everyone can be a lot more bulletproof than exercise science knows right now. And use this video, share it with your exercise science friends, and they can go on to verify the logic and obvious 100% workable biological nature. You don't need a degree in anything to understand everything I just said, because it's just completely built on common sense and already proven science.